fact, drives me mad when I see adverts full of black people, full of Asian people, full of, people that basically are anything.
What's wrong with that, Sarah? What's wrong with that?
Well, it doesn't reflect our society, and I feel that your average white person, average white family is, like, I agree with you, Stuart, not represented.
Says she gets mad watching adverts because they feature too many black and Asian faces. That's the headline. Sarah Pochin's comment triggered a fierce backlash, and the data she leaned on doesn't quite say what she thinks it says. Independent research does show ethnic minorities are overrepresented in advertising relative to population figures. But representation in a 30-second biscuit ad isn't the same as representation in society. And callers on this show weren't shy about pointing that out. What follows is a raw, unfiltered opinion of two callers, an elderly couple who just noticed something on their telly, and a marketer explaining, quite plainly, why adverts look the way they do. Listen closely, because the real story isn't the statistic. It's what this callers reveal about themselves.
I feel mad when I see black and brown people in adverts. What's the difference between feeling mad when you see black and brown people in hospitals, where they are also, of course, overrepresented, if that's a word that means anything to you, or in your children's classroom, or on the streets of Handsworth, or in the England football team, or anywhere, because these people are not, for her, British enough. And I wonder why that might be. I've got one of the finest ever examples of the history button. Would you like to hear it? So someone's been in touch, and I remember I explained this isn't a debate, because if you think it's debatable, you are racist. I wouldn't say it was racist as such, James. She was saying that it was not representative of the nation. I've noticed that nearly every advert and even teleprograms have to have black and white couples and mixed race kids. It's ridiculous. They are pushing it down our throats. What are they pushing down your throats? And if I press the button to see what other messages this person has sent to the programme or the radio station, here's one. I'm telling you now, James, if my wife was to vote Labour and not Reform, I would drown her. That's what you're dealing with. That's who you're debating with. 10:36 is the time. Lucy is in Wimbledon. Lucy, what would you like to say?
Okay, hi, James. I am livid at the moment. I'm listening to what you're saying and what that lady, what the play that you just played, what the statement that you just played to us, and I'm just like so upset. Like my voice is even shaking.
I can hear it.
I feel like when it suits them, black and brown people are amazing. Example. The NHS, when COVID happened, everyone would step out of their household every Thursday and clap for the nurses
they
and
would even
doctors
bang their saucepans. They'd bang their saucepans with wooden spoons, Lucy.
Exactly. So this woman saying that she's seeing adverts of black people and brown people, who are the people that she sees when she calls the doctor?
Maybe that drives her mad as well. Maybe that drives her mad as well. Maybe she's one of the people who insists on being treated by members of the healthcare staff who aren't.
To me, I feel like the next few months, if this carries on, we should all immigrants, I'm sorry, but all immigrants should take a pause for 2 weeks and see if this UK will still be standing.
This isn't about immigrants. I can
black
feel
people.
No, I'm saying this is about British people who aren't the same colour as her. Are they all down tools?
I'm so pissed off. Like I'm
going to let that stand, but
literally.
That's the rudest word you're allowed to use, all right? Otherwise I get into trouble, not you.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's important. I invited people to vent their spleens.
I am so angry. It's ridiculous because we, black people and Asian people, contribute so much to this country. The likes of the drivers, TfL, the likes of NHS, the likes of the Chinese and the Indian restaurants, all the businesses, majority is owned by immigrants. And if this country says, if immigrants say we don't want to work for 2 weeks, this country will fall. And this is what Nigel Farage needs to put in his head, that they
Well, I think that is obviously true, but and a lot will acknowledge that, but they don't think that should involve having to treat you as equals.
Exactly.
That's why I've noticed a lot of people saying they'd love to move to Dubai, where you have incredible living arrangements and sort of domestic servitude, almost entirely undertaken by people who are immigrants to Dubai, serving, in the case of the people making these points, including, I think, the partner of one of Farage's top people, if you can use that phrase to describe this shower. That's what they dream of. You should know your place, you see. You shouldn't be an advert. It's all right for you to deliver my food, but you shouldn't be an advert. You shouldn't have glamorous jobs.
Exactly. White people have always been in the advert. We've always looked at them as, oh, they're so beautiful. Now we're seeing that black people and Asian people are now being showcased as beautiful in various adverts. Now that is a problem, and that pisses. Sorry,
that's all right. That's what I know, and I feel your anger, and that is my point.
Preface this by saying I'm of Afro-Caribbean descent, and I have worked in marketing for quite a while. And if you come to me, this is for the harder thinking, by the way, James.
Yeah.
If you come to me to put a campaign, advertising campaign, I would try to get as many demographics in that advert. So I would have the black and white couple with their mixed-race children, with their grandparents and their Asian friends, all sitting down to enjoy whatever my product is. So I try to get as many demographics as possible.
I'm going to translate for people not in the industry the word demographics into the word customers. As many different kinds of customers as possible to be represented in an advert that's telling them to go out and buy whatever it is you're hawking.
Exactly. In one advert, that's great. So if you can identify with the people enjoying that product, you might say, well, hang on, I might try that. Much in the same way, bizarrely, as why organisations like Reform try to push some brown people who are, I think, equally hard thinking into the debates. So they say, well, look at us. We appeal to that brown man and that woman and whatever. And that is not representative of the people who vote for them, is it?
No, that's a good point. And it's not representative of the demographic that those people come from as well.
Exactly.
I hear a kind of, you're expressing yourself perfectly well, but there's a sort of spluttering indignation that we even have to talk about this stuff in 2025.
Because I've said this to you before, unfortunately we've got people who don't deal in facts. They don't come to their opinions based on fact. They come to their opinions based on emotion, devoid of fact.
What is feeling mad when you're watching an advert, if not an emotion? And then they try and pretend it's a fact by sort of spouting spurious nonsense about the representation. I don't care what colour. I'll tell you what I'd like to see, Lloyd, in more adverts. I'd like to see more bald spots, more man boobs, and more very pale-skinned men. I don't think we're properly represented in the advertising. I also not that handsome, man. Why do I care if I see a man who is more handsome than me driving a fancy car? Why do I care if it's a black man who's more handsome than me or a white man who's more handsome than me? Is it going to influence my decision to buy that car or that tin of mushy peas? It's extraordinary, isn't it? Absolutely extraordinary.
Across these calls, a pattern emerges. The statistic, accurate as far as it goes, becomes a vehicle for something else. Listen to the language. Not, this data is interesting, but it drives me mad. Not analysis, but emotion dressed up as observation. The most telling moment isn't the shouting, it's the quiet one. The elderly caller describing his wife noticing more non-white faces on television. Pressed on why that observation mattered, he insisted it was just an observation, no relevance. He said it twice. That repetition is worth sitting with. If something truly carries no weight, it rarely needs restating. Meanwhile, the marketing caller offered the most straightforward explanation of all. Adverts reflect customers, not politics. Demographics sell products. That single unglamorous fact undercut much of what preceded it. What connects these calls is not racism stated outright. Most callers would reject that label. It's discomfort, expressed as statistics, then softened into just noticing, then hardened again into anger when challenged. So the question isn't whether the numbers are real. It's why those particular numbers, out of everything on television, are the ones that made someone mad enough to call in.